Hi. Hey, this is Bob Feick. Steve asked me to do another GPS video for him. So I'm going to be reading out of Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 through 5. Jesus speaking said, "Judge not that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Oh, how can you think, or how can you say to your brother, 'Let me remove the speck from your eye,' and look, a plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." You know, interestingly enough, about 2.5 weeks ago, I had a cataract removed from my left eye. And after I had that removed, everything got really bright. I've been wearing these sunglasses for many, many years. And when I bicycle ride outside in the bright sun or be outside in the bright sun, I always thought they were too dark because I couldn't see things in the shadowed areas. But after I had that cataract removed, even with the darker lenses on, I was able to see in the shadows. And it was like, wow, they're normal now. What was meant for the bright light, is doing their job. And it's all because that blockage that was in that eye was removed. It was cut out and a new lens was put in. And because of that, I have clarity of vision. Well, I was in law enforcement for a long time. I investigated crimes. And in doing so, a lot of times because we use discernment and we're able to look at situations and read people, body language, or whatever, we can tell things are going on or see things that are going on and know something's out of order. But until we actually ask questions, until we investigate, look at the facts, we can't always judge the situation rightly. And so you have to do that thing. For me, as a Christian, I prayed, I asked God to show me. He brought me the facts, He brought me the evidence. And in doing so, at that point, I was able to file with the district attorney, present a case, take it to court, and that person was penalized for their crimes. Well, how oftentimes do we, in regular everyday situations, look at somebody through our lens instead of their own? If I look at my life and say, okay, I know that if I'm lying and I see that body language or those things in somebody else's life, well, they must be lying too. Or if I fall into sin or allow myself to do something and I feel guilty and I'm acting a certain way and look a certain way and carry myself a certain way, well, so-and-so is doing that and they must be guilty of the same thing. And then we can go to them and judge them and point fingers and say, you know what, you're blowing it and you're in sin. And maybe we are not right. More often than not, we're not. It's called the lens principle. We need to learn to look at other people through their lens, not ours. So much so in the body of Christ. So my counsel would be, my encouragement would be, when you see something that seems out of order, go to that person, pray, seek the Lord, ask before you go and point fingers. And I'll tell you why, because it's better to err in the side of grace, to be right, and even if they say you're wrong, and err in the side of grace and never resolve the issue and have to turn it over to God, than to be wrong and go and point fingers and attack somebody and hurt them and cause division and strife. And so therefore, when we do that, it becomes easy. And when that happens, we're able to take the lens off and we're able to see things more clearly. God bless you. Take care. Hope that helps. Bye.